There's another new kit on the block in the Callaway Apex irons. This is the Apex TI Fusion TF250 forged. Now that TF250 kind of name sounds a bit Titleisty, but it is what it is. We've got quite a nice clean looking design on the back of that head, and as we get into the toe, we've got that hollow head construction with the hole on the end. The air comes out in the manufacturing process when it's really hot, and then they plug it at the end when it comes back into shape. This allows them to get the face really thin so we can get a lot more consistent rebound off different parts of the face. Now each face is individually AI generated. So the 7 iron has different face technology to the 4 iron, for example. Each club is its own weapon. And I managed to get hold of this in a graphite shaft just to give it a whack to see what it looks like, to see what it feels like off the face. And I'm going to compare it to the SRIXON ZXi4 because they're quite a similar size head. They're quite a similar idea. They're both hollow head construction, and I feel like they're designed to do a very similar thing. In the Callaway, I've got the MMT 70 gram regular. In the SRIXON, I've got the Helium F3, which is in the mid 60s weight wise. The weights on the shafts are close, the profiles on the shaft are close, but they're both standard shafts within each club. And looking down at the Callaway, we've got a little bit of offset sticking up, but not too much at all. Then we move across into the SRIXON, probably got quite similar offset. But one thing I like in the SRIXON is that I've got a ZXi4 5 iron, and we don't get much more offset when we go into the longer irons. Sometimes with Callaway, we do get a little bit more offset as we go up the bag, but I haven't actually seen one yet, so I'm guessing. But in the 7 iron, I'm expecting these to go too high and too left because of the nature of the shaft relative to what I normally use, but just want to see what sort of ball speed we get and how easy it is off the face. That's gone quite high. That felt really solid. Now normally with a slightly bigger, more forgiving, more helpful head, it feels a bit clunky and it feels a bit weird when you hit it off center, but these still feel quite solid. It does feel more like a normal iron when you don't quite catch it. And there is a tiny little click noise when you strike it good. But those two golf balls are right next to each other. And in the SRIXON, we've got a couple of differences. We've got this sole design here that's got like a line here. So if you have, on that point, if you have a bit more shaft lean or you hit the ball a little bit more further back, you've got that one point that's kind of interacting with the turf quite a lot on the sole. So that has gone down very well with a lot of SRIXON enthusiasts because it does make striking that little bit easier. We've got similar profile of head. I've absolutely slapped that, and we've still got something nice and healthy. Same thing, I kind of caught that really scruffy and it still landed in the same spot. Cool. Let's get a good strike. Yeah, he says, let's try again, let's get a good strike. That'll do. Now with graphite shafts, they bend and they release more into the ball, so I will get a little bit more variance going into the ball because the pace is a little bit too much for it, but in the Callaway, I only have it in a graphite shaft, hence why I've done that. But granted, I've not hit many shots there. We're looking at 130 feet of peak height in the Callaway. I didn't get anywhere near 130 on any of those shots, regardless of strike with the SRIXON. So the SRIXON's going a bit lower in its highest point. 51 landing angle with the Callaway, 48 landing angle with the SRIXON. And I'm actually getting more spin off the Callaway there. So more height, more spin, more control into the greens, and a little bit more ball speed off the face as well. On the Callaway, I've got higher launch angle, higher spin, higher peak height, more stoppability on it. SRIXON flying just that little bit lower with lower spin, so it'll be different on a windy day. But there we go, they're the new Callaway irons.